Outside, Islam's holiest site in Mecca. Inside, King Abdullah, whose titles include custodian of the two holy mosques, receives his visitors. He's the son of the kingdom's founder, but at 83, he's still active and as clear-minded as ever. And as I found when I interviewed him in his palace in Jeddah, he doesn't mince his words, particularly about terrorism.
I believe most countries are not taking this issue too seriously, including, unfortunately, Great Britain. We have sent information to Great Britain before the terrorist attacks in Britain, but unfortunately no action was taken, and it may have been able to maybe avert the tragedy.
Information about specific incidents or just in general?
Getting into details on this issue will cause sensitivities between the security services in our two friendly countries. So I will leave it by saying that we have provided information.
Then we turned to Saudi Arabia's own record. Had it defeated Al-Qaeda here, I asked.
No, it has not been completely defeated. I believe, and I've said so in my public comments, that it will take 20 to 30 years to defeat the scourge of terrorism with vigilant effort.
Saudi society is changing, but it's a slow process. You still don't see women behind the wheel. They're forbidden to drive, and this is becoming an important issue here. The king is an instinctive reformer, but he's got a delicate balancing act to maintain. This is, after all, a deeply conservative society, which is governed by Sharia law.
I believe that with regards to the future, God knows only what will happen. But I'm optimistic that the role of women in our society will become more pronounced.
So in 20 years' time, for instance, Saudi Arabia might be a very different country from what it is today.
I believe it will be a very different country when it comes to buildings and roads and infrastructure, but I do not believe that it will be much different with regards to the mentality or the principles and beliefs of its people.
The king is both head of state here in Saudi Arabia and head of government. That means that anything he says publicly becomes Saudi policy. So when I wanted to talk to him about the difficult subject of how America has acted in Iraq and whether it should bomb Iran, he wouldn't answer. He said he didn't want to be either evasive or dishonest with me. I had the strong impression that he felt so powerfully about both subjects, he thought it would just cause difficulties if he spoke about them.